Hey folks, this is Mike the Disgruntled Mechanic, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the old Harbor Freight manual tire changer to change out a tire. Today I have an occasion where I need to do it, so that's what we're going to do. So here's what this bad boy looks like. I don't know if you can see the cords coming out of it or not, but it's not good all the way around. So I'm not too sure what caused that or why, but it's not good. Now what I'm going to do is, this is actually the good rim that I need to change. So I'm actually going to take it off of this rim, and then I have another tire that I got to take off of a rim and put on here, and then put an old tire on the other one, and yeah, it's just a long thing. But anyhow, somewhere in there you're going to see me take a tire off and put a tire on, whether it's with this one or the other one or whatever. But the first thing I'm going to do with this guy is I am actually going to take and bleed the air out of it. If I can get the valve cap off. So don't lose your valve guts either. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go get the other tire off the other vehicle, leave the air out of that, because that's the tire I got to take off the rim and put on this rim once I take this tire off. Make any sense? So the first thing I'm going to do is break the tire down. Oh, and one of the things you want to remember is make sure, of course, that your tire sizes are the same and you have the same type of tire. These are both 205/70R 15s. And as far as this, I mean, I had this car aligned 6 months ago, so I don't know if it's a alignment issue. I'm going to check to make sure, see if there's anything else loose. Don't know. But anyhow, first thing you want to do is break this tire down. Just a matter of putting it in here. There, I think you heard it break. Now what I would do if I was taking this tire off to patch it or something and gonna put this same tire back on, I always take a little mark, a white marker, and mark where my valve stem is in relationship to the tire. So that way when I put it back on, it's close and it really shouldn't need balanced. But in this case, when I put the other one on, I'm just going to put it on. It's probably going to have to be balanced. This may have to be realigned again. All that will be done at the shop when it goes in. So we got one side broke. So let's go to the other side. This actually works pretty dang good for breaking tires. I was surprised. I really like the way this works. I mean, for an old fat guy like me to be able to do it on a hot day like today. And there she went. There it is, it's broke. But all I did was broke this tire down. Did that. I got the stud, the lug hole on this so it doesn't turn. So the next thing I'm going to do is put this star on that I took off. I'm going to put this on to tighten the star down. And there's a little place here for your bar to tighten it up a hair. I'm not going to go nuts on it, but I do like to tighten it up. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some soapy water on it to help the whole process. Then we're going to take the flat end of the bar with the notch in it, go down in, and start taking her off. A little bit extra soapy water will never hurt. Bring the tire up, pop it off, same way, down on the inside part. Just to help, I'll put a little soapy water in there, won't hurt nothing. We'll bring that side off. Oops. Now this is the tire we're going to use. So, no matter how this turns out, I think you'll get the gist of what I'm going to do. Now what I need is I need the other rim. So I'm going to take this off. Need the other rim on here to put the tire on, so I'm going to take this off. Take the star out. Take this rim off, put the other rim on, and get it ready to put a tire on. Okay, we got the rim back on, everything tightened down to put it back on. A couple things to remember is, if you want to clean this up some, if it looks really bad, really grody, really dirty, go ahead and feel free to clean it up. The other thing is, this is old enough. There is no tire monitoring, tire pressure sensors in this thing, so you don't have to worry about that and where you put it. If you would have them, of course, you'd have to watch how you put the tire on so you don't damage it, but in this case we don't have to. So the only thing that I do now is make sure we get the tire that is the tire without the damage. And even though we had some lube on it, come on. It's always worked till now. What's up, dog? Oh, there it is. We're going to soap her up. Soap her up good. Soap her up, baby. Oh, I got so much work to do. So what you want to do then is get it on here. Like I said, because it's another tire, it's going to have to be balanced anyhow at some point. We're not going to worry about relationship to the stem. You want to start getting your bottom part of your tire on. Get it on as far as you can without smacking your nose on there. Then you want to carefully get your bar in here with the notch side. Get that on. There it is. And then what I like to do is I like to get the top on, see if you can actually get it started around before you ever even put your bar on it. Get down on it. And then, actually this here, this is a, there you go, I didn't even have to use the bar. Because I pushed this side down while I was doing it, working around the best that you can before you put the bar to it and get it started. Now bigger, heavier tires, you're going to have a problem. These things are about as flimsy as banana peels, so, not too much to them. So now we'll get some air in it to get her to take a bead, and we'll get her filled up. So I'm putting the valve guts back in to see if we can get her to pop with that. Sometimes if I can't get them to pop, what I'll do is I'll just take my air gun with the guts out, push air into it, and see what happens. This one, like I said, it looks like it's almost going to seal by itself pretty easily. There you go. So basically now all you have to do is fill her up to pressure, take this off. We'll be ready to frickin' mount her back on the car. So one of the other things I like to do is when I have my soapy water is go around the rim and just look for any bubbles. You can tell if you have a good seal or not. And I'll do that on the other side, but I just want to show you that. Same way with the valve stem, especially if you replaced it. You can usually tell if you got something bubbling up, something's leaking, and you're going to have to take it apart and clean it. But I'm going to flip it over, do it the other side, and it is good to go on the car. Well, so there you have it, folks. That is how to use the manual Harbor Freight tire changer to change a tire. And of course, if you use a lighter ply tire and an older tire, one that's been used, it seems, it's a lot easier to change. You get into big truck tires like mine, that can be a bear. But for tires like this thing works great, especially if you don't have to change a bunch of them in a day. So anyhow, this is Mike, the Disgruntled Mechanic, saying just remember, if you can get somebody else to do it, you're probably better off. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you. See ya.